One of the hardest realizations for women of every age, every color, every creed is that you have probably spent time of your life, minutes you're never going to get back, giving your all to a man who hates you. I know you've seen this going around by now. I know she's already in the comments defending her boyfriend, but let's talk about this. Men in the most subtle of ways will show you that they hate you, and that's why it's so hard and such a betrayal, because actually nothing's been hidden. It's all been done in plain sight. She's made this cheesecake to take with her on her picnic, you know, something she's looking forward to. And he has found a way to ruin this experience for her. And she's going to make a joke about it, but this must be incredibly hurtful. And the reason why this is going so viral is because so many women can resonate with this feeling of being deeply, deeply disappointing and not really understanding why your partner does this thing that he's done, but knowing that you are so deeply upset and deeply hurt by their actions. Because if you even look at the cheesecake, and it's going to piss me off, but he could have had one slice and there would have been enough to take. The fact that he has literally eaten the whole thing, she can't share with anyone else. He has completely ruined it for her. Completely ruined it for her. It almost feels a bit like the dad who like made his children try and run with the mum at the end of the finish line. You are ruining this experience for her. Just Call Me Kate is already, you know, defending him, whatnot, whatever. That's her prerogative. She can do that if she likes. But women, we need to be so careful when we see the first sign of him subtly hating you, being able to turn around and say, do you know what? Actually, I can't do this. Let me leave with my dignity and let me leave now. My name's Jordan. I talk about all things women, relationships and dating. If that's your thing, follow me.
Hello guys, welcome to the vlog. My name is Apollonia and today's video is about men weaponizing food. So there are videos that are, you know, going around TikTok about men just, you know, eating women's food or just being disrespectful around food, you know, at the house or at the home. And it being one of the biggest reasons that women don't want to live with men, because they are weaponizing the food now. I know you've had the weaponized incompetence, now is weaponized food. So yeah, so there's so many videos about that online, just women talking about how men now are weaponizing food in their homes, and actually women not wanting to live with men because they just can't stand what they're doing. Like for example, that previous video, you know, the cake. I mean, even a young boy would pick a piece nicely. They won't eat like in the middle. Like that is so childish. That is so disrespectful. I don't know, guys, what do you think? Like, is that normal? I don't feel like that is normal on a serious note, because who eats cake like that, you know, from the middle? It's just like, you know, he did it purposely. I would say so, you know. So yeah, today we're going to talk about that. Let me show you some videos here and then we're going to talk as we go. So hope you're going to learn something today, and please don't forget to subscribe. Please share this video too. And yeah, let's do this.
So I'm making this video to explain to you why this happened, right? Because me and my wife find ourselves in this predicament all the time. And it usually ends with her getting mad at me for eating food in my own damn house that I 9 times out of 10 help pay for. Now, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do to resolve it, because I know women don't like to be told what to do. But I at least can give you the answers in hopes that you can come to that conclusion on your own. All right, cool. The first thing we got to understand, right, is that men eat more than women in general. The reason for this is because men in general are bigger than women, and in some cases by a large amount, because again, y'all want all these dudes that's 6 foot plus and built like football players, right? Well, this is a result of that. Bigger guy equals bigger appetite, and that only goes up, right, if he is physically active or has a physically intensive job. It's that simple. Now, I recognize that some men are walking around here big-backed and big-boned as hell, right? And that's an issue in and of itself, right? But in general, men eat more than women. I'm a big analogy guy, right? So I'm going to explain this to you using an analogy you would understand, right? Most women, and this is not an insult, I promise you, most women are Toyota Corollas, right? If I was trying to insult you, I would say Sentra. But anyway, I digress. V4 engine with a compact body. Don't really take much gas to run that, right? That's why they're so affordable. And again, this is not an insult. Corollas are great cars. They're going to last you a lifetime. Very low maintenance to works. Trust me, I'm not even trying to insult y'all. What did it take to fill up a Corolla, right? I want to say maybe $20, $25. Easy. And that's with gas at $3 a gallon. Back in the day, that shit used to cost you $15 maximum. The average man In comparison, however, got that V6 engine, 6-cylinder. So sticking with the Toyota analogy, that's the V6 Camry. Bigger body, bigger engine, needs more fuel, right? It'd probably take $40 to fill that thing up, if not 50 with modern times. Now, here's the kicker though, right? Most women, when they're searching out for a man, they want that man that's 6 foot plus. Big body, muscular. They want men so big and strong that they feel dainty just standing next to it, right? That's what y'all want. That's what I hear on TikTok all the time, right? I want to feel safe. The comparison to those men are Toyota Tundras. V8 engine. Big, massive body, powerful, strong, and needs a ton of gas. Y'all have essentially copped Toyota Tundras, F-150s, Raptors, Expeditions with the giant wheels and got them lifted, right? And y'all are complaining about putting gas in that car. It's hilarious, bro. It really is. Let's take me, for example, right? I'm 6'1", 280 solid ass pounds, bro. And I lift weights 5 days a week. And I'm not talking no itty bitty weight neither. Now I'm in that bitch moving like Franklin say. I'm moving big weight. So of course my appetite would be bigger. Of course I would need more food because I'm a bigger guy. My wife is 5'4", and when she cooks, she always complains, this food was supposed to last us a week. And I knew in my head when it came off the stove that it wouldn't. Listen, I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, right? But I think the solution here should be obvious. Now, how you want to go about it, that's on you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But please understand, if you got a big guy, he needs a lot of fuel. So don't get on his case for going after what he needs. That's all.
I actually don't get what he's trying to tell us here to understand. What do you need to understand? If somebody told you, I cooked this meal so that we have for today and tomorrow, like I batch cooked so that we have for today and tomorrow, why would you eat everything? Like on a serious note. And let me tell you what, most of these women that are complaining is because they put in the work. They cooked, yeah. Even some even bought the food, yeah. They cooked and, they're tired and they're trying to batch cook so that tomorrow they don't have to do that. Probably they have other things to do, yeah. And you come and inconvenience that by eating all of it, yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't mind if you cooked and you ate. Fine, what is the problem with that? Cook, eat. I mean, the problem with these men is that they don't want to cook. And even some don't want to provide the food, but they want to eat like that. Fine, if you're big and whatever, we understand that, but don't be so sure because some of these men that are eating like this are not as big as you say, the giants. Yeah, no, even these little guys, they're the ones like eat too much even. So it doesn't matter how big you are or how small you are, it's how, do you want to contribute in that? Because I feel like women are just tired of doing this cooking and then you just take advantage and, destroy their plans, because tomorrow she didn't want to cook. And now you did that. Another biggest problem is that these men actually don't want to cook, don't know how to cook. And they just don't care who cooks. They just don't care about your time that you put into cooking or something like that. I feel like if you're a big man, first of all, buy enough food so that there's enough food for you. And then be able to cook too. If you guys are having a batch cooking, be there. Let's do it together, so that nobody is angry. Because most of these women are just tired because they're the one who have to do the work. If this man were doing the work, trust me, they would be more, more careful. They would be more responsible. Yeah. So that is what you think. What I think. This guy does not make sense on a serious note. What do you think, guys? Like, comment down below. Do you think this guy makes sense that we need to understand that men are big? No, we don't need to understand anything. You guys need to maybe buy enough food or join in the cooking. So that you make sure that there's enough food for you. Anyway, guys, comment down below.
I remember getting in trouble because when I was about 13 years old, I went back and got a second piece of chicken for dinner. I had been already served like one drumstick. I was 13, mind you. And my mom's boyfriend wanted to be able to eat a half a chicken dinner meal, so at least 4 pieces of chicken. And he was so upset that I went back and got a second piece of chicken. Men want to control the food of the household. And I vowed that when I had children, I was never, ever, ever going to be with a man who acted that way about food. Because first of all, you as a man should be providing enough food for everybody in this household to eat adequately. I have to do the providing for everyone to eat adequately. My kids are definitely going to eat their fair share, not you, motherfucker.
A simple request to not eat it all. I wanted to have some macaroni and cheese when I came home. This whole thing was full. I told him, don't eat it all. I opened this and I'm like, what the hell is this? And he was like, well, you said not to eat it all. This is why marriage is hard. Not dealing with this, but not slapping him. That's the hard part. Okay.
I can imagine just coming from work, tired, knowing that you left some macaroni and cheese in the fridge. And coming home to that, oh my God, I feel so pity for these people. Like, on a serious note, no. These people are not dealing with men. These people are dealing with children. Like, that is what you would expect your 10-year-old, to not estimate enough, because he knows very well that that would not be enough for you, like, why are these men doing this? It's just disrespect straight away. Like, these people don't love you, on a serious note. And I feel like actually this is contributing to so many marriages ending. So many women wanting to stay alone is because of this, because I think they're just tired. Let me tell you one thing, they're just tired. Like, you just buy something and you're not sure if you're gonna find it on the fridge. Can you imagine in your own house, you come and you left some soda in the fridge or some milk in the fridge, and you come, no milk, I have teenage boys. This is what I've experienced. That when I was planning to cook, I don't know, to make some tea when I came home, and I came home, milk, nothing. Nobody said anything. There's no milk. Sugar, nobody even reported that they finished sugar or something like that. So I expect this with young people, because they're young, and although they're supposed now to be trained, to tell if something is over, or if you finish drinking milk, don't put the bottle back, empty bottle back, so something like that. But yeah, this is dealing with a boy. This woman has a son, this second son, on a serious note, because that women, this is what women are running from. This is why women want to stay alone. Just something simple like just food. Imagine. Anyway, guys, let's continue.
All of this conversation about how men weaponize food and hunger is actually really triggering me, because it's too true. When I was younger, my dad, he's obviously a narcissist or whatever, but when I was younger, my dad, if we pissed him off, if we ate his food, first of all, he would barely grocery shop. And when he did, he would buy nearly expired food. So when we ended up eating his food, which was normal, not almost expired food, he would stop shopping. He would take all of the food that was ours in the fridge, throw it in a garbage bag, and make us take it out of the garbage bag and put it back. And when you didn't want to finish your meal, you're staying there till you throw up, right? And then it gets deeper than that. Like, it continues. I have two brothers. Truly, I don't think they're bad people. Truly the most gluttonous, inconsiderate men I've ever met. Like, it could be their food, my sister's food, doesn't matter. It's their food. So yes, they weaponize food.
So my son tells me, Mom, Dad already ate all of the groceries and it's not fair. He ate the entire chicken and there's none left, and now I have nothing to eat. So my son wants me to spend $25 a day so he can eat out, because my husband, his dad, eats all the food. And it's true. I'm like, oh, I know. I've been dealing with this since 1998. I used to want to have a bowl of cereal for breakfast, but guess who drank all the milk? My husband. Every single time. It's like he has no self-control. He couldn't just have a glass of milk. He had to chug like the entire gallon. So every time that I'd go to have cereal, no milk. So I would complain about it, and then my family just made fun of me and said I was being ridiculous, and that poor Ben, he should be able to have a glass of milk if he wants to. So basically, since 1998, I have realized if my husband loves a food, I just don't buy it anymore, because if I want it, it's not there. If he likes, say I used to like Diet Pepsi and Diet Coke, I would buy it, he'd drink it all. Like 12 cans in one day, he would drink it all. And now that's what he's doing with protein. So I buy like steak, rotisserie chickens, beef jerky, protein drinks, and he's consuming it so fast that my son, who's almost 17 and hitting the gym and trying to build up his muscles, doesn't get any. So I just went and bought 2 rotisserie chickens, and I'm going to label them. I think I'm going to put a line of tape down the middle of the fridge that says, this is Dad's side of the fridge and this is Son's side of the fridge, so that there will be no more complaining. Everyone needs to share.
And this, ladies, is why you don't live with men. She says that the food that was supposed to last her and her man for 2 days, her man ate in one sitting. I really need y'all to understand These men are not asking you to move in with them or saying, oh, we should live together because they love you and they want to take care of you. The reason they want y'all to live together is because they love themselves and want you to take care of them. He will become your burden when you live with him. There is no partnership. These men are intentionally sabotaging you. And I'm willing to bet a foot that the only reason that he got that hungry and wanted to eat that much food was because she told him that the food was supposed to last them for 2 days. In his mind, he saw that as a challenge. And now you have to figure out how you're going to continue to feed the both of y'all. Stop moving in with men. Stop living with men. If you need a roommate, find another woman you trust and live with her. Live with a man and you will live to regret it. They are going to demand meat with every meal, and they're going to eat 80% of the food that you bring into the house, but probably only contribute 20 or 30% of the money for that same food. Don't do it. They are parasites. I am telling you, don't do it.
And I'm here to share my story. So, bitch, I'm gonna just tell y'all about like all the instances where it didn't dawn on me that he was weaponizing food. And it really sucks how I feel like we should just start teaching our girls in middle school what abusive men look like, because they don't just become that. Their moms enabled this. Their moms enabled this type of behavior under he's a growing boy. Bitch, I'm growing too. So, first instance with my child's father, I remember living with him and I bought this pack. I just went grocery shopping that day at Costco's. He gave me the card and everything. And to some people, it's like, girl, he gave you his credit card. Like, it sounds all sweet and dandy when he's paying for shit, but these motherfuckers don't have a nobility behind them or a moral code behind them. It's all for show. It's all performative. He wants the validation of being a good man because look at what I do. So I went to Costco's and I bought the big pack of pork chops, and I cooked them, right? Because I was like, okay, it's 12 in here. It's 12 in here. I'm going to cook them so we can have stuff for the next day. Like, I don't have to cook tomorrow and all that jazz. Y'all know how the spill goes. This man comes home, and out of the 12, right? The 12 in pork chops, he ate 6 of them for dinner. Then proceeded to pack away 3 more for lunch tomorrow. So I'm looking at him just destroy this shit, and I'm like, are you serious? And then it's always like, they always weaponize how big they are or their height and shit. Your stomach is not as big as your whole body, bitch. You're being gluttonous. That's called gluttony. So when he packed away 3 more, I said, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I'm taking this to lunch tomorrow. And I'm looking like, so I only have 3. So I had to literally split 1 in half so I can eat for tonight and tomorrow. And this month technically had 9 out of the 12. Just straight up gluttonous. And it's not like we didn't have sites. This motherfucker. And it's all because he was the leader, the provider. This is why women don't want men to provide for them, because they don't provide with the intentions of making sure you're safe. They provide with the intentions of showing you that you're beneath them. That was just the first incident I caught. And I was like, okay. Because mind you, at the time, I'm trying to make excuses. I'm like, maybe he didn't eat at work today because it was so busy. And it was just bad. Because I'm like, I know this motherfucker didn't hate me that much to starve me.
Woman on this app says she's so happy that she doesn't live with a man and she got to worry about him eating up her food, because men will expect you to cook food and then they will eat the shit up because they really just want to see you constantly working and doing labor. And it reminds me of how many moms I see come on here and they're either preparing to go give birth, or they're sometimes going to go have a major surgery, and they will be preparing food for weeks. And I can tell that they're not preparing food for their children, because the children are small. They're at the age where they could eat really simple meals. They're preparing meals for a grown ass man to be able to eat. And they are legitimately worried about a grown ass man's ability to be able to eat after they have given birth or after they have had a major surgery. And I think that any adult, man or woman, who cannot feed themselves is absolutely pathetic. Like, nobody should have a surgery or go do something that is quite literally life or death, go give birth, and they have to wonder, what is this person going to be able to eat because they depend on me to eat? Like, does that not sound ridiculous to you? And you're a grown-ass man? We gotta stop doing this too, though, ladies, because that's part of the fucking problem.
Weaponized food consumption. I was scrolling TikTok, minding our business like I often do, and I came across this video. Long story short, this woman had a man, or has a man, who is eating up all the food in the house, not leaving anything for her or anybody else. Okay, so I saw some videos that were in response to it, and they were just adding on to her frustration. None of the videos really gave a solution to this, which I find a lot of TikToks are like that. They don't ever give you a solution to a problem that you have or whatever. So I thought, okay, let me help out as much as I can, because why not? I am a master of men. Don't ask me how or why. I'm an Aquarius. It's just something that comes naturally to me. Okay, now, if you have a man who weaponize food consumption, meaning they eat up everything in the house and don't leave nothing for nobody else, and you do not want to leave them, this video is for you. But before I begin, let me just say this. My first inclination for a man inconveniencing my friends is for my friends to leave. Like, they know not to call me with nothing about a man inconveniencing them, because I always tell them to leave, and then they gotta get mad at me like, I ain't trying to leave him. Then you're not serious. You're not really mad. Okay, so this is for those of y'all who haven't got to the leave stage. Here's 3 ways. These are the 3 steps that you need to do, and yes, you need to do all 3 of them. Number 1, first step, talk to them. The men that are weaponizing food or over-consuming the food in the house may not realize that they are doing this. And many of those who do this actually do it because of food scarcity they experienced when they were children. So it is their childhood trauma that has found its way into your lovely home. Talk to them. Bring awareness to what is going on. Okay, after you have that talk, step 2, it is now their requirement to acquire 100% of the food that goes into the house. Let me say it again. In layman's terms, make that man pay for all of the food that gets brought into the house. When he realizes that that grocery bill is $300, $400, $500, sometimes $600 a week, he will have a newfound respect for the things that enter your door. Okay, step 3. Once you guys have the groceries in the house, pick one day, and I'm gonna give you an example after I say this. Pick one day out of the week where you and him together will meal prep for the entire week. And I don't want y'all to think that meal prep is something easy. It is strenuous, okay? You will meal prep from sun up to probably sundown, because that's honestly how extensive meal prep is. You will meal prep together, and if he doesn't know about food or cooking food, he's about to fucking learn, okay? He is not incapable, and he is not a child. All right. He is not incapable. He is not a child. So he can learn how to cook. And do not let him off the hook. Don't let him say, oh, I can't cut an onion. Well, you need to buy the tool that can cut onions. If your hands can't do it, you can grab a tool that does it, because we're doing it together. So let's recount the steps. Step 1, talk to him. He might not know he's doing it. Step 2, he is now 100% responsible for the groceries. And step 3, you must meal prep together. And after that meal prep, guess what? Y'all have to clean the kitchen together. That is the key term. It might take a few weeks of aggravation and grumpiness, but he'll soon come to understand and love it. If you're not ready to leave this man behind this, then you must use a solution, because there's no reason for you to be inconvenienced in your own house. in your own house, okay? Don't call me if you're not serious about leaving, because that's always my first answer. I hope this helps.
You know what worries me even more is that it's not even women suffering. There's also children are also suffering through things, because they're just men who, eating kids' food, a mom left some bananas, for the kid. The man eats. Like, these guys do not care who's in the house, It's like, they come first and then kids, yeah? Because to be honest, like, they're men like that. Like, for example, let's say, like, for example, when I was growing up, like, my dad had to eat first. You kids are like, the last, so I don't know, I grew up resenting that. Like, why do you have to eat first? You are grown up, like, how about us? Let us eat first or something. Not even that. Like, we will have, every family has that food they don't like, yeah, that food you cook when there's no money, yeah. So so my mom would make that food, yeah. For us, it's githeri, it's like mixture of beans and maize. And my dad would be like, no, I can't eat that shit. Can you make me some rice and some chicken? Because I grew up in the farm, so there was chicken or rice. But yeah, and then I'm like, why is that so special than us? Something like, or in the morning we'll be having like some sweet potatoes with tea while he has omelette. That was so unfair. And I remember growing up just hating it. I was like, Mom, how can you do that? Like, how can you do this? And yes, I do. I never did that. Yeah. Seriously, like, I never eat. No. If you really want to eat something so much, go cook. I really don't understand. Like, most of these guys, they just they don't care what kids if kids even ate. You'd hear like him complain, oh, I'm so hungry. Oh, and kids are hungry too. Like, go cook. If kids are hungry, go cook. Like, why am I like this on a serious note? I'm so lucky. Like, my partner is not like that. My partner actually cooks like gourmet, yeah. My partner can cook for kids, soups, everything. And I feel like it's because I didn't just jump into doing everything. I feel like, I made sure that he can also contribute in the cooking part, yeah. I did not take over, because I feel like most of it is started by women. Women just want to cook the way they want to cook, and they don't want to involve anybody else. So they end up doing the cooking all the time, yeah. And then you end up being the one who only cooks, and the rest just eats. So also your man joins that crew of eating, like your kids, yeah. So I feel like also women has a contribution into that, yeah. And men need to to learn also how to cook. And if you eat like that much, buy enough food and cook. Anyway, guys, I hope you learned something today. Please share this video, and see you in the next video. Paka paka.